Race number 5 of the afternoon has Kook Cobbler, Run for the Money. Fifth Estate, A Tough Little Guy, Crime Boss, Pride of Paradise, and Godrow Machine. They're off and pacing. Run for the Money. First off the wings of the gate to grab the early lead. A Tough Little Guy gets away second. Wide there third. That is Crime Boss along the inside for Kook Cobbler. And getting away fifth at the rail. That is Godrow Machine. Followed sixth by Fifth Estate, the early trailer. That is Pride of Paradise. They make their way onto the backstretch for the first time, heading on to the opening quarter. Run for the Money has the lead. Parked and driving on the outside. That is Crime Boss second. Inside, sitting in the pocket, A Tough Little Guy looks at it from 3, holding down fourth. He's Kook Cobbler. Looking at it from 5. That is Godrow Machine. Then a Fifth Estate is the sixth one. Seventh and sitting at the back of the field is Pride of Paradise. 28-2 was the initial quarter. They continue off the turn and travel into the stretch. The new leader up front is Crime Boss, out there by 2 on Run for the Money, who's in pursuit. Second, third along the rail as they approach the half. That is A Tough Little Guy. Kook Cobbler still sits in fourth. Fifth at the rail is Godrow Machine. Looking to the outside, here comes Fifth Estate. Moving uncovered in 6th, 7th, and moving to the outside, that's Pride of Paradise. The half paced in 58-1. On to the backstretch, final time. They're all in pursuit of Crime Boss, who's still there by 2 on Run for the Money. Inside, A Tough Little Guy is pacing along third. Outside, braving it first over. Kook Cobbler is the fourth. One inside, saving ground. Godrow Machine from 5. Then outside, 6th. That's Fifth Estate. And still at the back is Pride of Paradise. They arrive at 3/4. Out of the pocket and up to challenge. That's Run for the Money. Up alongside Crime Boss as they race on over to the 7H. 128-2 was the 3/4. Crime Boss being confronted by the pocket sitting Run for the Money with an 8th left to come. Run for the Money on the outside. Crime Boss is fighting back at the rail. They swing off the turn and straight now for the stretch drive. Crime Boss outside. Run for the Money. On down the lane they come. It's Crime Boss. Run for the Money on the outside. Crime Boss. Run for the Money. Crime Boss holding tough to win it. Run for the Money is second up the passing lane. It appears that Godrow Machine will nose out Fifth Estate for the show spot. Mile in 157 4/5. Fifth race winner, Crime Boss. Now back in the Woodmere Farms winners enclosure. He's a 3-year-old colt by Roll with Joe out of the Western Hanover Dam on Lawful Smile. Ron Garland of Sydney, trained by Dave Carey and driven by Greg Monroe. Greg giving Crime Boss a new lifetime mark, 157 and 4/5. Those of you watching online, again, we're having more technical difficulties with our video streaming. Universal Medium is working on the problem, and we apologize for the difficulties we're experiencing here this afternoon. Fifth race is now official. One Coot Cobbler finished sixth. Two Run for the Money was second. 3/5 stayed fourth. Four A Tough Little Guy fifth. Five Crime Boss the winner. Six Prada Paradise seven. Seven was scratched. Eight Godro Machine third. 28 and 2 the quarter. Half 58 and 1. 3/4 and 128 and 2. The mile a life's best for Crime Boss 157 and 4/5. Top down 6-2-4. 5-1. 7 scratched 3. 5-2-8 try in the fifth race, $128.70. The 5-2 exactor, $13.70. In today's pick 5 out of 5, a 20-cent ticket, returned $330 even. Race 6 coming up next. No changes in race 6. It features Superfecta, Triactor, and Exactor wagering. 5 minutes to post.
And race number 5 gets taken by Crime Boss, going wire to wire to a new lifetime record of 157.3, fending off the favorite Run for the Money in the stretch and a late closing Godro Machine up the inside. That equipment change clearly helped in that situation there. A lot of these equipment changes have been helping so far today. As we move on to race number 6, we got a field of 6 to go to the gate. Currently on the board as a favorite is the 2 at 1-9, Nova Scotia Strong. In here, my top choice is the 4 in here, Woodmere Amora, as is Mark McKelvey's and Sugar Doe's. Mel, you went to a different angle. You went to the 3, Ultimate Twix, as Claire McDonald picks up the catch drive for Darren Crow.
Well, Claire McDonald catch driving. I honestly regard that as a very good angle at Truro Raceway, so I watch for that. Much as the Paul Langell driving for Danny Romo has been a productive angle, when I see Claire listed by Darren Crow here, I think, well, maybe this filly is in for a good race today. Now, Darren himself is driving Nova Scotia Strong, who is his own trainee as well, and did get a great trip in the last two in that qualifier, and then his maiden win on June 11th. So he's stepping up a bit, I think, Nova Scotia Strong. He's 1-9 at the moment, and I can't justify it when others in here have some tougher races under their belt.
Yeah, for sure. Nova Scotia Strong, only one start so far this year off of 3 qualifiers, but that was an impressive win in 159 and 3. Won it by a neck over Salzburg Diva, who is not in here. So I put Nova Scotia Strong for second, and I put your top choice Ultimate Twix in there for third with that angle of Claire McDonald driving. I thought this filly has raced okay this year, tried it in some stakes action. She gets into this non-winners class that will suit her pretty well. She's currently at no tickets sold right now, which is strange, considering she's definitely a top contender in this one.
I never let that dissuade me from a ticket. The fact that somebody else isn't purchasing the same ticket as me benefits me in a pari-mutuel wagering setting. So that's why sometimes, especially if you play them across the board and you see that, that can be a profitable thing for you, especially when you see a horse as good as Ultimate Twix, who is just kind of waiting, I think, for the right moment. She's coming in from Atlantic Sire Stakes B action, and that was a very competitive race. Woodmere Macarena got her maiden win, in fact, in that division last Sunday. So Ultimate Twix, definite class drop here. And Woodmere Amora, there's that Paul Langell and Danny Romo driving, the trainer lists the catch driver. So, and also coming in from Atlantic Sire Stakes B. So
yeah, where
these
she was
two,
a good third,
right?
So.
Yeah, these two really do stand out for me.
Absolutely, they're two nice fillies here, both Atlantic Sire, Ultimate Twix by Peng Shui and Woodmere Mora by Arthur Blue Chip. So, they're definitely going to be contenders as we go through the year. Nova Scotia Strong in here as well. He's a 3-year-old colt, but he's watching. So, could the fillies take down the colts in here? I think it's very possible that they do. So
there's an interesting story on Nova Scotia Strong as well. I believe he was an orphan who was raised by a draft mare after another standardbred mare rejected him. I believe that's the situation for him. So his name is very fitting, and he's a sentimental horse.
Yeah, absolutely, and that could be the reason why he's 1-9 on the board. I knew he would take a lot of favoritism, but maybe not quite 1-9. So maybe he's definitely a sentimental pick at the same time as a educated pick, if you will.
He's the full package, I think. But I'm, again, leaning much more heavily towards that stablemate who has dropped. No longer NTS, 46-1 on the board now for Claire McDonald with Ultimate Twix. We apologize. There are some technical difficulties today with the live stream, and we know that Universal Media is working to resolve that. We're getting closer to the post-parade and post-time for race 6. It has exactor, triactor, and superfecta wagering. So we'll leave you to work on your tickets. Good luck with your wagers.